All right, are we live? Are we live? Okay, we are live. All right, guys, welcome to the weekly AMA session. That's what I do. Hang on, yeah, just to make sure that I'm not doing this anyway. So, yeah, okay. Now here's the thing: we don't have a lot of questions today, so we're just gonna like probably just chill a little bit and try to understand a few things about the recent changes and all that. Okay, now if this is the first time you see me, my name is Jason. If you know, it's kind of like interesting that you're watching this on my Facebook group and my YouTube channel, and you don't know who am I. Uh, well, I'm a Facebook ad strategist, coach, and trainer. So what I've been doing here is, I've been actually sharing about Facebook ads, and this is already episode 50. This is already 50 times the 50th episode, the 50th time I go live every Sunday night at 10 p.m. like this to talk to you about Facebook ads. So it is supposed to be a time where, this is a session where I will go live for half an hour to answer any questions you have about Facebook ads. So if you have any questions, if you're watching this live, type in the comment so I can actually answer them. If you're not watching this live, you're watching the replay, you can still type your questions because I will be answering your questions next week. So if you type your questions any time of the week, let's say if you type now, or if you type it on Tuesday, if you put it on Friday, come back on Sunday night like this, then I can answer questions on my YouTube channel as well as my Facebook group. Okay, now a bit about me, because today we don't have a lot of topics, but then again, we're just going to go a very free flow. Now, I have been, just now I was just running one training, and I was really talking about my experience. I have been running ads for about 12 years now. In fact, the first time I laid my hands on Facebook advertising or Facebook ads, it was in 2009. When I started Facebook advertising, it was a really lonely journey, if you ask me. First thing first, back then, not many people talked about Facebook ads, and a lot of people don't even know, or they're not sure whether Facebook ads is going to work, right? So I received a lot of questions like, is Facebook going to work? Is social media going to work? Because at that point of time, Facebook was on the rise, and Friendster was dying. So yeah, we were kind of not sure whether this thing is going to work. But then again, I realized, look, nonetheless, we have to focus on one thing anyway. So at that point of time, I didn't have a lot of people to ask. If there's any questions that I have, when I run ads and all that, I don't know who to talk to. So that's something that I always wanted to do. And until now, I'm very happy because I'm able to have a community like you guys. You see, of course, I hope I'm able to provide you value, that I can give you some ideas about, probably to give you some answers to your questions that you have. But in fact, a lot of time, it is actually your questions that help me learn. So I think I would have to thank you from that angle as well, because you see, the beauty about having a community like this is really something that is useful for everyone. Okay, you just imagine back then, if I have such community, I probably don't need to go through so much crazy hustles and failures, mistakes, and along the way. So yeah, Facebook advertising comes to up to today. Like the other day, we were just saying that Facebook renamed themselves, right? They renamed the mother company to Meta. So if you now go into the Facebook for Business, it's now Meta for Business, and everything's Meta, 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 Meta. So a lot of people will actually kind of like panic. You see, here's the thing. Most people, when they see changes, they panic. But in my opinion, when I see changes, I feel excited. Why? You see, there are already a lot of rumors saying that Facebook advertising may not be in the in thing anymore for probably a few years to come and all this kind of thing, right? But then again, now, if you look at the whole thing, it's no longer just Facebook advertising. It's no longer just Instagram advertising. Now you have the opportunity to advertise in a different realm. Like it's going to be like the AR and all this kind of thing. We do not know whether it's going to work. But then again, the advertisement experience is gonna evolve, and looks like Facebook wants to lead the wave. Whether they succeed or not, it's not our thing to dictate or whatnot. But then again, what I'm actually looking here is I see more opportunities because we are able to do ads in a different way. So that also presents a very interesting opportunity for myself, because by then I will have a lot more things that I can share. Then I can still be valuable, because so many people ask me along the way and say that, Jason, you focus on only Facebook ads. Isn't it too niche? And what if one day Facebook ads don't work? Look, here's what I think. If one day Facebook ads is no longer the in thing, the whole framework that I have can apply in any other advertising platform. You see, when I go into YouTube, when I go into TikTok, like we were just launching a program that is related to YouTube. But anyway, you guys will hear from me when the time is due. But then again, right? You see, when I run two-step funnel, you see, I'm famous for my two-step funnel. How many of you uses my two-step funnel? Now, I can just apply the same thing whenever I go into TikTok or Google and all that. The framework can move. It's just that it's the way of thinking. That's why a lot of times when I do Facebook ads training, when I teach, I focus a lot on the mindset part. You see, like for example, I'm not sure how many of you went through my Facebook ads for analytics training. You see, Facebook ads for analytics, in my opinion, is one of the most important things that you have to master when it comes to Facebook advertising. But how many of you really pay attention to your metrics? How many of you really try to dig deep into your campaign and try to find out meaningful learning, key learning? You see, very simple example. In my opinion, my philosophy is very simple. Whether you have a successful Facebook ads campaign or you have not so successful Facebook ads campaign, you want to find out why. Because the moment you find out why you have a successful campaign, you're able to capitalize on the success and do better on it. That's why we have a framework called the Evergreen Campaign. Now, the Evergreen Campaign is the kind of campaign that allows you to run for long term. Now, if you went through my Evergreen Campaign program, which is a free training that I did a while ago, did I publish it? Oh, I did not. It's a sign up only thing. But in my Evergreen Campaign methodology, you want to have a campaign that can run for long term. Like my coaching has a campaign that runs for 19 months and still running at this optimum performance. You're still getting the best cost per result coming in, the best number of leads coming in on a daily basis. Isn't that what you want? You see, we want to learn what we do right so that we can actually capitalize on the success and optimize and go long term. On the other hand, when you have a not so successful Facebook ads campaign, you want to learn what you did wrong so that you can avoid making the same mistake again, if you agree with me. In my opinion, that's the right way of thinking when you're running ads. But how many of you, when you have a successful campaign, you just keep putting money until it breaks, then you say, it stopped working, then we just wrap it. You never learn. And when you have a failed campaign, it's okay, you just chuck it up, throw it into the rubbish bin, and let's go back to the drawing board again. Let's come up with a new one. Look, the key learning is in every single campaign. But how many of you really pay attention? That's why. Here's the thing. You see, that's the biggest challenge. That's why I want you to start looking at Facebook ads as a tool. You see, like I actually had 2 days training, which is only for the beginners. Now, how many of you really remember why do you advertise on Facebook? Now, if you're watching this, I can see quite a number of people. It's surprisingly. Now, why do you advertise? Why do we advertise? In fact, we advertise because we want to get more brand awareness. We want to get more traffic. We want to introduce our product. But in my opinion, why do you run ads? You run ads because you want to get more sales. Agree? If you want to get more sales, but how many of you actually spend too much time or attention or energy beating around the bush? What do you mean by that? You pay too much attention on the audience combination. How many of you are carried away by indulge yourself in audience targeting selection, the detailed targeting selections? You like to spend a lot of time and energy going about that, and you do a lot of experiments about that, and then try to see whether is it email marketing converts better or digital marketing converts better. But these two are overlapping. You never actually look into that. But then again, you get indulged. You get excited about all these things. But then again, you forgot why you advertise. Why do we advertise? I want to give you this key concept if you agree with me. We want to advertise to get sales, and we want stabilized campaign that will free us from the constant chase of keep coming back to the campaign setting, the ads creation and all that over and over again. It's like never end. How many of you feel burned out by constantly needed to go back to the whole thing again and look at what is right again, what is wrong again, what is the in thing again? Look, what I want to tell you here is that Facebook ads should free you instead of trap you. If you are actually spending too much time and energy and money wasted in trying to figure out Facebook ads, I think You need to take a step back out and look at the whole thing again. Why are we running ads? We want to get sales. We want to save more time. We want to start. You should pay more attention on building a business instead of building your Facebook ads campaign. That's why too many people got distracted. Too many people are lost. That's why when it comes to Facebook ads, I like to go back to a lot of fundamental things. That's why I want to see if I'm able to, help people navigate in a very different way. So that's what I have been doing. Okay. So yeah. All right. So guys, if you have any questions, thank you for listening to my, yamming and all that. If you have any question, I can see Cecilia has a question here. If you guys have any questions, post in the comment. I'm going to bring it up because I don't have any posted questions on my YouTube channel and all that because I was really busy with my program last 1 week. So I slack a bit, but I'm going to come back tomorrow and we're going to be posting on a daily basis again. But anyway, we have a question from Cecilia. And you thought, what's the difference with traffic objective and catalog objective if the goal was link clicks? I think you're asking for my opinion. What's the difference between traffic objective and catalog sales objective if the goal was link clicks? That's a good one. Of course, the difference would be if you're using catalog on traffic, which you can, right? I think, Cecilia, if you're asking this question, probably you have a catalog. Either you have CPaaS or you have your own e-commerce website. Now, if you use traffic, you can still choose catalog, and you can, if you want to optimize for link click, which is fine. Now, CPaaS is the same thing. You can choose the catalog. Of course, when you go CPaaS, it has to be a catalog. And you can actually choose the optimization to a link click, a landing page view, or any so-called conversion events that you want. Now, first thing first, traffic is only optimizing for link click and landing page view. And catalog, you are able to optimize for the conversion event. That's one thing. Now, the other difference, if you ask about these two things, is traffic do not allow you to do catalog-based retargeting, which inside the catalog, you're able to only retarget people who interacted with your catalog, like view or add to cart, but did not purchase in the past X number of days. And even you can do different combination, like you want to target people who added to cart but did not purchase, or you want to even target people who purchase and all these things, which is possible. So catalog, in my opinion, if you have e-commerce business, or you have CPaaS access, if you're selling on Shopee or Lazada, you should really consider using CPaaS. Yeah. And for those who need help with CPaaS, I recently launched Facebook ads for CPaaS Masterclass. CPaaS Facebook ads masterclass, or either way you call it. No, that's really the program where I really walk you through on how to really build, not just walk through the features and all that, but how to build a two-step funnel Facebook ads campaign using CPaaS itself. So that's something that you want to consider to enroll if that's what you needed to learn. Okay, Cecilia, I hope I answered your question. Thank you so much. Now, guys, if you have any questions, you can post in a comment. I will bring them up, whether you are actually watching this on YouTube or Facebook group, doesn't matter. I'm supposed to spend half an hour with you, but since I don't see questions, I probably will end this early. Now, I want to talk about another thing that kind of like a lot of people talk about, which is you probably have heard rumors, about Facebook is going to change the Facebook ads objective structure and everything again. How many of you are panicked? It's like, oh my God, it's gone and all that, right? But it's not a big deal. Now, let me tell you what happened back then. When I started Facebook advertising in 2010, when I started teaching Facebook ads, it was 2016. Between 2016 to 2018, right, in that particular 2 years, I need to change, because when I teach Facebook ads, there must be a screen where I need to show the objectives, right? So all the objectives being lined up like this and all that. You know what? During 2016 to 2018, in that particular 2 years, I probably have to change that screen every 2 to 3 months, because at that point of time, they were crazy shuffling the objective lineup, the objective, whatever arrangement and all that, almost every 2 to 3 months. And there was a time where we go to the class, there were about 20 people. We had 3 versions of Facebook ads objective arrangement in the room. It was so crazy back then, seriously, 3 versions. So that's about objective. Now, here's the thing. First thing first, okay, what I want to tell you about changes that comes to Facebook Ads Manager is, it will only get better instead of worse. It's only going to help you understand the things better. Like, for example, one thing that is going to happen is most probably conversion, catalog, they are merging together, maybe with store traffic, they are merging into one conversion called sales, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember. So when they merge, right, they will definitely still keep conversion and catalog in it. It's just, they're probably just going to rearrange the whole thing. And when they rearrange, you have to bear in mind, they will not kill things. Like even up to now, right? The engagement is still there. The offer, which is a bloody feature that I don't use for the longest time, is still there. So basically, it's just going to be a restructuring. All we need to do is just to remember, we get back to the fundamental, we have to understand everything right. Okay, so we just have to go for, we just have to understand, and basically, you just have to believe that Facebook is not going to screw you up in any way. They're just going to help advertisers like us to get better results. I think that's their only outcome, if you ask me. So don't worry about objective change. It's just the arrangement. Now it becomes 6, which is a lot easier for newcomers to learn. I think that's the angle of it. So when the newcomers come in, it's a lot easier. Instead of like now we have 11. You know what? At one point we have 16 or 15. It was crazy. It was crazy. Massive objective, and when we need to spend about 4 hours going through every single one of them. Crazy. But now 6, wow, I probably can get it done within like 1 hour, and I can actually give more explanation and all that, which is a lot easier for us to learn. So don't worry about that. If you have worry about the rearrangement of Facebook Ads objective and even the new layout, even they might introduce the new ads manager. Wow, I probably have gone through about maybe 10 versions of Facebook Ads Manager. Trust me, nothing is going to kill you. Nothing. Everything is going to be cool. Okay? Don't worry. Don't worry. All right, guys. Any questions, post in the comment. Now we have one from Eloise. Okay, Eloise. By the way, your company is now having the copyright issue with Facebook, right? It's Meta, right? And Facebook is now Meta. Yeah. Are you guys going to sue them? Interesting. Keep me updated. Okay. Eloise is asking, if you want to do lead magnet, which objective is suitable to opt for? Now, if your lead magnet is a website, is on the website, is a form on website, and you have everything on the website structure, go for conversion. Anything on the conversion. Or if your lead magnet is maybe a different one, then probably you can actually either go for lead gen or something. But I believe for your case, if you're doing lead magnet, it should be using a website and sign up to get something, right? Conversion. Conversion is better. And essentially go for conversion and go for complete registration or lead capture. You know how to do that, right? Go into the event manager and just create it as an event, and eventually you can run ads using that. Okay, so yeah, go for conversion if you have a website. And if you don't have a website, then we can use something else, like which I don't believe that's your case. Lead magnet is powerful, but lead magnet is something very tricky. Sometimes we thought that, this is going to work, but turns out it may not, right? So that's how it works. Okay. All right. Thanks, Eloise. Thanks for the question. Well, I don't see more questions coming up. And to be frank, I've been talking the whole night. I think if you have no more questions, then we can actually end this session. No? I give you another 10 seconds to post your question. I know you're typing. Oh, my 10 seconds needs to have about 5 seconds delay. So we're just going to do that. And how many of you are worried about the Facebook changing name, Meta, and all that? Seriously, if you're worried about that, then no need. Okay. And Eloise is saying you're not intended to do gain some exposure. That's good. That's smart. Yeah, that's a very smart one, because you're given the opportunity. Okay, so why not, right? Because to be frank, it's a very, very generic name, and I don't know. I think Facebook is going to get away, just like when Google renamed their mother company to Alphabet. Well, nothing changed, right? Everything was okay. So yeah, there was that. Okay, now we have a KC Swang. Wow, that's a very cool name. So what are the steps in creating Facebook app install advertisement? Is SDK a must? Now, not a must. If you ask me, SDK is not a must. If you don't have the SDK installed, then it's just that you're going to lose a lot of data. In fact, now it's no longer that simple in installing SDK. You need to make sure that you have the updated SDK, and you need to make sure that you have created all the events, and we have limitation in terms of aggregated event, which is something very troublesome for apps. But if you want to go through all this and you don't care, You just want to like, I only want to create an app, a simple one. I just want to run ads using Facebook and Instagram to promote and get people to download. Remember, you can run ads without the SDK. The steps is very simple. Just go to Ads Manager, go for app install. And if you don't have the SDK, you won't be able to choose that. You can actually paste the link to the app. So you need to create one for iOS, another one for Android if you have both. And you can run ads with that. I think it's as simple as that. Just like setting up just another Facebook ads campaign. It's a very straightforward one. So basically, it's not a big deal. Okay, but then again, I would strongly recommend that you have the SDK installed, because basically that will give you so much more information. And well, it's valuable information when people interact with your app, because when you don't have SDK, you are not able to do meaningful retargeting. That's the key. It's the meaningful retargeting that you are losing the access to. Okay, Casey, thanks for the question. All right, then what Eloy is saying, dispute coming from around the world. Yes, I think there are so many meta, right? Like serious a lot. Like it's such a common name. But then again, I think, well, everybody is using this for exposure, which is a good opportunity. Granted, you guys were given the opportunity, so go for it. So yeah, awesome. Okay. All right. I don't think we have more, but we have quite a number of people watching here. Seriously, you guys have no question for me. Then why are you coming here? Just to listen to this dude yamming? Seriously. But okay. If you have no more questions, then we're gonna end here, because I've been talking the whole night, and I get excited when I train. You guys know that, right? So yeah, if you guys want to stay in touch with whatever training that I have coming up and all that, make sure you subscribe to any of my lead magnets on my website. Go and sign up for any free programs so that you'll be notified whenever I have new programs coming up. And I look forward to learn with you. And remember, any questions at all, post in the comment and I'll answer them in the next AMA. Wait, we have one. Okay, Casey has another one for leads ads. Is it better to choose conversion objective rather than Facebook lead ad objective? Good question, Casey. I think they are different things. Okay, now if you choose using conversion, that means that the lead form has to be on the website, and you need to set up everything, which is you need to have a conversion set up, as in like the thank you page has to be labeled as either complete registration or lead. So that you have to go through, the pixel side of the settings. So if you have all this done and your lead magnet is, if your form is on the website, then go for it. But if you go for Facebook lead ad objective, then you're using the Facebook in-app form, meaning that you will actually create a very lightweight, fast loading form inside the Facebook ads and Facebook itself using the Facebook Ads Manager creation. So with a form, with a lot of information pre-filled in, like your email, your phone number, your name, and all that, and you can ask some extra questions. So that is a different thing. So depending on what kind of lead generation mechanism that you're looking for, you wanted people to go to website, or you just want people to just sign up on the lead form and you do whatever contact afterwards, or you do your automation and whatnot. So that's entirely up to you. So essentially, they're different things. Although it sounds the same, they're essentially different things. But then again, Casey, if you need help, right, I would suggest that you can consider going through the 6-day challenge. I have a program which is, I call it a 6-day challenge. You go to my website. There is a 6-day challenge. It's like a Facebook ads program that it's quite comprehensive, that walks you through every single steps that you need to learn about starting Facebook ads. Okay, so yeah, using my 2-step funnel framework, consider that. Okay, thanks for the question, Casey. All right, guys, 24 minutes, I think it's fine. Thank you so much for joining me. Quite a number of you guys, very interesting. Thank you so much. I'm honored, and I look forward to see you in Sunday. And any questions, post them away. I'll pick them up and answer every Sunday night like this. This is episode 50. Let's do a little celebration. Thank you so much for staying in the community and helping me to grow the community. And anyone that you believe may need help about Facebook ads and digital marketing, please refer them to join my Facebook group, or go there, refer them to my YouTube channel. In fact, I just did a quick count. We just crossed 600 videos. Wow, I know, right? So yeah, a lot of videos, a lot of answers that I have given to some very interesting Facebook ads questions around the world. Go over, have fun, and I look forward to serve you real soon. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good Sunday night. See you next week. Bye-bye.